Hi everyone, it's Traci from Downwarddogrising, and just letting you know, this week I took a little break from teaching. Monday I did a little yoga session in the woods, which I loved. It was so fun. And then throughout the week, I was so touched from my heart about what was happening in the world that I just didn't feel like teaching yoga, teaching Pilates, and then it's brought me to this point right now to say something. And I don't take any religious affiliation, so I'm not promoting any religion here on my channel. And I may be more affiliated with Buddhism, I will say that, but I'm not advocating any type of religion for you to follow. But throughout this week, I've seen things that I thought I'd never see in my lifetime here in the United States of America. So I'm just kind of saying, I have to say this, get it off my chest. Wherever you are in the world, we have to fight and stand for democracy. Stand for people's rights, individual rights. Stand for having a say in your government. And not just sit back and accept having things be ruled for you. And let me be clear. When I look at this, I teach like right down the street from Stanford, a prominent university that had protests this week. And if you look at American history and world history, if you look at how a population of people were persecuted by Hitler, you have to question what is happening here across the world, right here, right now. Make no mistake. And I can't keep quiet any longer. It's really, I gotta get it off my chest. And if you don't agree with me, then leave my channel. That's all I can say. And perhaps you should look at world history. Maybe it could give you a little education about what is really happening and the phenomenon in the world today. Because if you look back, way back, you have a town, Jerusalem, and Jews inhabited Jerusalem. They were there. They lived there. And at that point in time, guess what? Christianity was not a religion. And guess what? Islam was not a religion. So for those of you who think, for some reason, the people who inhabited Jerusalem and the area that was later deemed a state of Israel in 1949, those people existed way beyond any of the rest of the world, if you imagine. So you have to think of it in different terms. You have to think of it in what is really happening now. And I just question everything so much right now because on October 7th, people like you, people like me across the world were living life. I'm just moved. People were living life. And they were violently attacked, maimed, raped, murdered, mutilated, burned alive. All this stuff happened on October 7th, but we don't hear anything about those people who are still being held hostage. But yet, you hear everything else about everyone else. Well, there's a common aggressor here. The common aggressor is against those being held hostage. And it's also against their own people, their own land, their own home environment. They took everything they had, billions of dollars that could have been used to upgrade their life, their livelihood, their city, their place. But instead of taking money and putting it into infrastructure, into schools, into having food being created independently, water, electricity, all those things we need to survive. Billions of dollars did not go to the people of the city that we know as Palestine. The money went to the underground to save the heads that have one ideal in their head, to get rid of anyone who doesn't agree with them. So just question. You should really question your reality right now. Like, are you for freedom? Really? You're for freedom? You're for democracy? You're for people having the right to live, to survive, to choose their way of living, to raise a family, to go to school, to have food, to have water, to have shelter, to have all of the things that we need to survive on a daily basis. Do you choose that? Because if you choose that, you do not choose what takes that away from a people that are put down and everything was taken from them by their own government. So if you think having these protests worldwide is going to solve the problem, you're contributing to why this is happening in the first place. Can you get it through your head? You can hate me. You can hate my channel. I don't even give whatever anymore. I'm just moved because no human being, get it, in a civilized society should be held hostage from October 7th, 6 months later. You want to protest? You have the right to protest, but I just question why. Why in your right mind are you not protesting people like yourself, everyday life, out there? What? You're at a music festival, you're having fun, you're with your friends, you're partying, and someone paratroops down and starts shooting you with an Uzi and a machine gun, an AK-47. Not an Uzi. I saw the video before they took it off YouTube of guys broadcasting, going into people's homes and pulling the inhabitants out of their homes and shooting them in the yard. So question, what are you supporting? What do you support? Do you support freedom? Do you support democracy? Or do you support something else that wants to take over the world and just have control and dominion over the entire world? Do you want to choose, or do you want to be told how to live? What religion you have to follow? Just remember, before all of this, there was a place in the world on the map known as Jerusalem, and it existed before any of the world religions. So Judaism existed before Christianity and before Islam. So if you think you know everything, maybe you should look to history. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I'm just moved because I have friends and I know people, I have clients, and I cannot believe what I'm seeing here, now, reality, on TV, on the news. I never in my life thought I would ever see this happening here, now, in this time and age. This is not 6th or 7th century. This is not like warfare, barbarianism. I mean, people have a right to defend themselves when they are attacked. They are not the aggressor. That's all I have to say. You either like my channel, you like to do Pilates, you like to do yoga, or you'll hate me forever and unsubscribe. It's up to you, because I love that freedom of choice. I will never take that away from you or ask you to take that from yourself. Peace, everyone. I'll be back this week.